that continues to be up 8.6%. Aegis Logistics also giving up good gains as well. But let's welcome in our guest who will be solving all your stock-related queries now. Vishnukant Upadhyay, he's the AVP Research at Master Capital Services, and Rajesh Agarwal, Head of Research at AUM Capital. Gentlemen, both of you, very good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining in today. And let me start off with the first stock-related query. This one, it's coming in on SBI. Our viewer Aparna is actually holding 125 shares of the counter at 860. Wants to know if looking forward for the next 2 years, if she can continue to hold and add more at the current price. Rajesh, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Would you recommend buying more right now for the next 2 years?
Good morning, Puneet. Good morning, everyone. As far as SBI is concerned, it's a strong stock to hold for a long-term portfolio, and since she's ready to hold for 2 years, I think she should continue to. As far as adding new is concerned, I think one should wait for results that's due on Friday. And if I remember right, last quarter, when the numbers came, the stock cracked. So if that kind of crack comes and stock moves to maybe around 940, 50 odd level, that would be a very good point to add. But at this point of time, somebody looking for a long-term horizon can continue to hold, considering the number of branches is there. The asset quality has been very strong, balance sheet has been cleaned. So everything is in favor, and it's the largest PSU bank in the country. So it's a hold from a side.
Got that view, Rajesh. But the next one, and this one's coming on Zee Entertainment. We spoke about the stock being the top loser for the BSE 500. Our viewer Siva, he's holding almost 5,000 shares of the company, but at 154, so taking some steep, losses right now. Vishnu, very good afternoon. Thank you for joining in as well. What would you recommend Siva to do? Would you recommend him to exit because he wants a 3 to 6 month view on the counter? What would your strategy be?
Hi, Puneet. Good afternoon, and good afternoon, Rajesh sir. In fact, there has been a very dramatic fall in the Zee Entertainment. The prices are now down 12%, but it's a news-driven decline in the prices. Stock is the stock is technically was doing good until this news, but yes, there has been some collapse in the counter, and prices are now very close to 200 exponential moving average, and that aligns also very close to a very good horizontal support. That is a 96, 97. As long as prices are trading above this price zone, one can maintain a stop loss below 96. And on the higher side, I'm expecting if with the validation of 96, prices can again take a U-turn for 160 and then 120.
Got that view, Vishnu. So those are some of the key levels to watch out for on Zee Entertainment, as mentioned on news flow buzzing today on the downside though. The next one, coming in on Syngene International. Now, our viewer wants to know if it's a good time to enter the stock for the next 1 year. Rajesh, actually, the recent results are very weak. Q1 results are seeing some pullback from those lows. But what would be your opinion?
See, I think at this point of time, somebody trying to put new money should try to avoid. Better go for Biocon, that's the holding company of Syngene. And as far as Syngene is concerned, the numbers this time were pretty bad. And I believe that that my trend should continue in the next 1 or 2 quarters unless some dramatic changes are there. So these kind of research companies take some time to give good numbers. So this is just a pullback, not to enter at these levels. If you want to put money in this, go for Biocon.
Got it. Well, and Biocon is a counter also after a really long time, seeing some sustained moves above that 400 odd level. But let's go across to Vijayawada now. Balaspanda, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, is joining us for a stock-related query. Good afternoon. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but what's your query?
And sir, I have this Varun Beverages Limited at 498 rupees.
Okay.
125 stocks shares I am having, and shall I continue it or sell it or?
And did you enter this counter with a technical view or a fundamental view?
Fundamental view only, but somewhere around 1 year before I entered into that one, keeping the fundamental view only, I have taken that.
Got it. Well, let me go across to Rajesh. Then Rajesh, yet again in this quarter, I think there was 13% growth in volumes in the domestic market, but I think below the street expectation, hence stock has fallen. Would you recommend him to continue holding? Is it a good time to average?
It's a strong company, no doubt on that. One can average. It's the second largest bottler of Pepsi outside US and operating not only in India but neighboring countries like Nepal, Bhutan, and others. They have recently moved into liquor business, or they have taken over a liquor company and trying to move into that. The real reason for fall this time could be attributed to the fact that summer was a short period, shorter than expectation, and the competition it faces from Reliance, that's Campa-Cola. But going forward with the kind of profile is as Pepsi and other non-carbonated drinks, I think these levels are good levels to add to. So continue to hold.
Continue to hold. Got it. Well, let's go across to another caller from Mysuru this time. Ramesh has a stock query for us. Ramesh, very good afternoon. What's your query?
Hi, sir. Very good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Ramesh. Go ahead.
Sir, Trent stock in right time to in correct level in short-term play technical analysis, sir.
Got your view, Ramesh. Vishnu, what would you recommend? Is it a good time to enter Trent now?
Yeah, definitely. It's a beaten down counter, and currently it is trading well above its all key moving averages. So I think risk reward is also in favor on the lower side. I believe 28.34 will act as an immediate support. So with keeping stop loss below that level, 28.34, one can go long on the higher side. I'm expecting 33.50, 33.80 sort of levels can't be ruled out in short term. So yes, one can go long.
Got it. Well, let's go across to Angel One now. Anil Nair, who's from Abu Dhabi and joining in, wants to know if his 1,000 odd shares that he's holding at 270 is the right pick. Rajesh, what would be your opinion?
Say book partial profit, I would say. The numbers would be okay. And company is doing well, but with the kind of volatility which we are witnessing in the capital market, I think at these levels one should try to book some amount of profit, if not more. Book partial profit. Move that money to some other capital market names, or maybe a BSE would be a good name to put on.
Got it. Got that view, Rajesh. But the next question, this one's coming in from Gaurav from Gandhinagar. He has a question on Senco Gold. He's bought these shares at 420, holding 500 of them. And Vishnu, he wants to know a good target as well as a stop loss that he can hold for the medium to long term. What would that be? Because you've seen, of course, a very spectacular move on Kalyan. Does that replicate on Senco?
Well, definitely. In fact, on a chart, the stock is looking quite. One second. Yes, on chart, the stock is looking quite positive. In fact, I believe the stock has now gradually coming down close to its 21-day exponential moving average. So this could be a very good entry point here. With keeping stop loss below 378, one can go long in Senco Gold. On the higher side, I'm expecting 430, which is broken decisively because that's a recently formed high 430, 434. If prices manage to breach that price zone on the higher side, 460 and then 470 could be on card. So yes, one can go long in the Senco at a current levels.
Got it. Well, the next question, this one's on Jaykumar Infra. It's a stock we haven't spoken about too much, but today Hanish, who's from Sydney, has a question on it. He's holding shares at 490 though, and close to the current market price. Wants to know if it's a good hold for the next 3 years. Rajesh, we've actually seen a correction on all of these infra names. How are you looking at them, and is Jaykumar a good pick right now?
See, somebody thinking of adding more should go for names like Larsen or Dilip Buildcon rather than putting new money into Jaykumar Infra. Somebody holding can continue to hold. The order book is good. All the negatives have already been discounted in the correction and all. I think in the next 2 quarters or so, this stock can move to around 530, 540 odd levels. For 3 years down the horizon, what I would suggest is keep a tab on the quarterly numbers and the company presentations, the order books, order inflows and all, and then take a call. Because these kind of companies, 3 years time on horizon is a long period to comment at this point of time.
Got it. Also, Rajesh, sticking with you for the next question as well, because this one's an interesting one. It is from Rajesh, who's from Hyderabad, and his question being if he should focus on an EV focused play like Sedama Mechatronics, which is a recent listing, or something like Syngene Engineering. Now, both of those counters, Rajesh, have run up, have a very heavy export focus as well. But with the current opportunity, with the current run up, do either of them make the list, or would you prefer something else in the auto ancillary space?
See, if you're looking to pay purely on a EV space, I think Sansera, out of these two, Sansera is a good buy. Otherwise, what I would suggest is go for Sona BLW. They have a good order book, and the major part, that's almost 70-80% of the order book is from EV space. They're doing well. Even the railway company which they took over, it has started giving out good numbers. And all the issues of the promoter side, which were there in the recent past, have taken has been left behind, and the numbers have been pretty good. So this can give very good returns in the long term. So what I would say, Sansera and Sona, these are two out of the picks which have been given.
All right, well, let's go across to Bengaluru now. Moin is joining in for a stock-related query. Moin, very good afternoon. What's your query?
Hey, good afternoon to you all. I have Syrma SGS at the average price of 1,400.
Okay.
Now, my idea was to do a quick trade on this, considering good numbers, quarterly numbers, and the possible QIP in this month.
Yeah.
I wanted to know the short-term view on this.
Got it, a short-term view. Vishnu, on Syrma SGS, there has been a very spectacular run just in this year as well as the last 1 year or two. What would you recommend moving to do? You have, of course, the earnings which are also out of the way. So what do the charts suggest now?
Well, definitely. Prices are now consolidating in a very thin range after, witnessing a very stellar move. And the range is 1,465 on the higher side, 1,265 on the lower side. The good part is that the stock is currently trading above the short-term key moving averages, and the price action is clear-cut indicating that the breakout should take place on the higher side. So I believe, prices should not fall below its recently formed low, that is at 1,260 sort of levels. With keeping a stop loss below that, 1,260 on the higher side, prices might approach towards 1,600 and then 1,650. So one can definitely build a long position from the present juncture.
Got that view. But another interesting question now coming in from Vijayawada. Jassi, who's a regular viewer of the show, wants to know about Nykaa. He's holding shares at 280 odd and wants to know a long-term view on this one. Rajesh, after again a very long time, we've seen a couple of good results from the company in Q4, a big guidance also for the next 5 years. What would you recommend Jassi to do? Should he continue to hold?
Of course, it's a hold from a side, doing not only good in online, but also they are moving into offline stores too. And this is one platform company which has been reporting profit since very long period of time. Although the profits were very small to be talked about, but still the bottom line was in black. The numbers have been started improving, revenue has been moving up, and that offline presence is also increasing. For a target of maybe 400 odd rupees, one can continue.
100, got that view. But the next question, and this one's on AIA Engineering. Our viewer Raj has actually bought these shares at 4785 and wants to know what's the near-term upside potential from here, Vishnu. Yet again, a counter which has been very interesting, coming back into focus after a long time. What's your view? What's the stop loss? What's the target?
Well, so, stock has been in a very good uptrend, but recently stock is, some losing momentum from the higher levels because the prices, have now started to form a lower highs kind of pattern. Prices, I believe, are likely to consolidate within a range of 14,4870 on the higher side and 4,400 on the lower side. So if someone already have this counter in the portfolio, maintain a stop loss below 4,400, below which I believe prices should take further plus towards 4,100. While on the higher side, prices must give a breakthrough above 4,890 sort of levels to continue its uptrend. So completely it's looking a range bound market.
Range bound, got it. Well, the next question is from Bindu from Hyderabad. Wants to know an entry level for EPACK durable for the long term. Yet again, Rajesh, last year was a washout, no PLI income benefit coming through. Would you still look at this one favorably just before the results?
I don't think Singh is better avoided. The numbers have been not been great in the past, dependent more on PLI. And at these levels, I don't think there is much of left in the valuations part also. So it's better avoided.
Got it. Well, let's now start the rapid fire round in this edition of Ask Profit. Rajesh as well as Vishnu, you know the drill. The first question coming through, and this one's on FSL. Our viewer Mahesh is holding these shares at roughly around 200 odd. Wants to know if he should book his profits right now. What would you recommend here, Vishnu?
Book partial profit and maintain trailing stop loss below 300.
300, got it. Next one coming in on BKG Foods. Our viewer actually bought these at 735, so at elevated levels. Wants to know if he should book out his profit now and invest that in Marico. Would you recommend that, Rajesh, either of those trades?
No, continue to hold in BKG. If you want to purchase something new into FMCG, ITC would be a better choice.
ITC would be a better choice, correct. On Newgen Software, our viewer is holding shares at 590, and this is Harshad from Pune. Wants to know if he should continue to hold this one for the long term. Rajesh, would you recommend that?
One can have a look. It's a decent company.
Correct. Next one coming through, it's on Greaves Cotton. Arijit is actually holding these shares at 260, but he's holding a massive quantity. Rajesh, 24,000 odd shares. Yet again, not the most higher performing counter. What's your opinion on the counter, and what should he do with his position as well?
At this point of time, it's a hold. Try to exit if it moves up around 250, 255 odd levels. A lot of EV story going on. So at this point of time, hold.
Next one's on Gillette India. Ashish wants to know if it's a good time to buy from the medium-term perspective. Vishnu, would you recommend that?
No, in fact, prices are currently trading below 200 exponential moving average, so just stay away from the counter as of now.
From the logistics space, Blue Dart Express, if it's a good time to make an entry for the long term, is Sandeep's question. Rajesh, should he do that?
Yes, one can add.
Ajay wants to know about DLF. Again, from the long term perspective, is it a good time to enter, Rajesh?
Yes, one can enter. Debt-free company doing good.
Next one's from Vishwanath Reddy on Reddington. He is holding 200 shares, but at 157. So yet again in good gains on this counter, almost doubled his money, and wants to know if it's a good time to book profits. Rajesh, should he do that or ride the wave?
Unless you are in need of money, continue to hold. Strong company, good numbers.
Got it. Next one's on from Ashwini on CSC. He's bought 1,000 shares at 196. Vishnu, question being, should he still continue to hold?
Yes, definitely. Maintain his stop loss below 161.
Also, Rajesh, your view on Amara Raja is the question from Satyan. Or should he shift out to another sector? And his question is on PFC. So either of those?
Amara Raja is the pick out of these two. Continue to hold.
Got it. The next one's, from Koteshwar Rao. He's holding NCC since 2024 and he's down 40%, Rajesh. Again, I think we spoke about a little bit about the infra space, but what's your view now? What should he do?
Can move up to 160 odd level in the next 6 months. So at this point of time, it's a hold.
Got it. On Car Trade Tech, that's the next counter where Suresh Kumar is holding shares at 2350. Vishnu, he wants to know if it's a good time to book profits now.
No, definitely one can hold the position, but maintain the stop loss below 2600. On the higher side, I'm expecting 3050 and 3090 sort of levels can't be ruled out.
Also, Vishnu on Delta Corp as well, because one of our viewers, he bought these shares at almost 220, but at elevated levels. So he's asking, he's bought it at 91. What should he do at 63?
That's not a prudent levels to get exit, but yet stock is in a bearish trend. So I would say maintain the stop loss below 58. If prices falls below that level, try to get exit from the market.
Got it. Well, that was the last question of the rapid fire as well as this edition of the show. But Rajesh as well as Vishnu, thank you so much for helping us solve almost 31 queries, and with that, a grand total being 103 queries, including the morning and afternoon edition. So thanks so much, viewers, for all those who tuned in and all those who asked us questions. But do stay tuned, a lot more action on the other side. And we'll see you tomorrow at 10:30 for Ask Profit, the morning edition.